Oh. Welcome back to the stream. Audio test 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Okay. Audio is all good. Abandoned military bases. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's look at these attachments. Plus 10, minus 25. Good. It just ran out as I injected a new one. Oh, what was that? That was the M60. don't know if we're gonna have enough ammo for that. Nice. I've got a battery. Can't make a battery. Shit. That's a shame. Alright, I guess we better get out of here. Right, we're at the end. Okay then. Okay, here we go. Down here. Oh, encumbered. Oh, you're not dead yet. Yeah, I'll take that. Why not? Okay, let's see here. Nothing in here. Just enemies to kill. Did not like that noise. We haven't got any batteries. Wait a minute, what's over here then, can I? Says there's something over here. I just can't open it, hopefully. Said I'm okay. But then wasn't okay? Or maybe the next run we find her alive. Wait, after trying this room, Kay is alive, but continues in exile. Wait, it does. She is alive. What? She survived. No way. Okay, that's new. A new chapter had now begun for humanity. Oh my god. Through effort and many lost lives, control over the virus was finally at hand. We would outlive it. We would survive. Or so we thought. The afflicted continued to wander the country in exile, even with the stabilization provided by the serum. There are still volunteers willing to take their chances beyond the walls of the colony. The saga continues. The end. Achievement: 100 gamer score, 2.03%. Done it. Complete 5 runs. Louis Gregory. There's a woodcutter loadout. Brooke Orton, demolitionist loadout. Or Nat Watts. Let's Scavenger loadout. Ooh. Who to pick? Let's go with Brookwater. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We're out of the woods now. Thankfully, because of people like you. Is there anything I can do? Any advice, any stories, any words of encouragement? Any advice? Oh, of course. Know when to run. Back in my fighting days, that was important. Any words of encouragement? Sure. Know when to run. That's it? Any stories? Oh, of course. What do you want to hear? Forming the colony. Union City. Helicopter crash. Helicopter crash. Oh, wow. That was a long time ago. Wait, was this... Is this Jack? Like... From the last stand? Or from Union City? Wow, that was a long time ago. Not sure how you even heard about that. Well, it was right at the beginning. I'd been holed up in a farmhouse with a group of survivors I found from the local area. We barricaded the outside, held our own for nearly 3 weeks. Yeah. Wait, is this the last stand he's talking about? The army still had units operating in the area, and we were airlifted, headed for Fort Tran, I think. Sure enough, one of the guys had been infected in the night before, didn't tell anyone. I mean, we could see he was sick. Wouldn't have lasted a few hours these days. Someone would have put him down. Crash was wild, really shook me up. Came out of it, the only one alive. I didn't realize it was him. Union City. What's to tell? When I arrived, it was chaos. I did my usual thing of gathering survivors to try and get some numbers together. So this is the main character from The Last Stand. The Last Stand 1, 2. I think there's a 3. Is there a 3 or was it Union City straight after 2? Yes, the character you play as. The usual thing of gathering survivors to try and get some numbers together. Herc was starting to gather people in the stadium. Yeah, that's the story. I remember playing it. But we stayed away. We'd heard about them opening fire on civilians. Eventually, it all came to a head. Threatening to bomb the city, to cleanse it. So we started fighting back. First by raiding Union Island. Gave them hell. After that, we bunkered down. Without the military in place, things went to shit really quick. Forming the colony. Well, after a few years of fighting each other for scraps in the dead zone, that's the one before this, basically, that was online. So much fun. I literally played it religiously for like 2.5 years or longer. I don't know. I loved it. It's a shame it just didn't. It just that's the thing. The way they ran it. The only way to like, I think you could donate to the game or to the company, possibly. But I think I'm not too sure. But I do know the only earnings they really got from that game was people buying the currency. There was a like yeah, the Bible currency, the premium currency, which was fuel, which you could earn in the game. I think was it fuel? It was fuel or something. It was like gasoline or it was something else. But yeah, you could earn it in the game quite well. But yeah, you could buy it, and you could buy keys with fuel as well and stuff to open Herc boxes and get legendary weapons and unique weapons. Oh, I miss that game. I really hope that they bring a game that is like the Dead Zone, but like in between the Dead Zone, like the Last Stand Dead Zone, and like State of Decay 3. If they just looked at State of Decay 3 and saw how they did State of Decay 2 and kind of took a little bit from that and made it their own kind of vibe, their own The Last Stand kind of vibe, and they carried this on, but just the next chapter after this, and made an online game like the Dead Zone, but not the Dead Zone. The Dead Zone was good, but it needed something. It needed something else. It needed something more. You had your own base, and you could have 10 people max, which you all controlled, and you'd go on like scavenger hunts, raid other people's bases. You'd have alliances. You'd be in an alliance and do alliance tasks to earn certain like buffs, like increased chance of finding not legendaries, uniques, or like legendaries. I think it was legendaries and uniques, or super rare or something. And then increased chance of finding fuel and more melee damage to zombies, and yeah, all these different things. Yeah, if they did something like that, where something that brings people together, like you are fighting for a common cause, like he's done, but also there's got to be a bit of friction between other players at some points, maybe. At least in like an arena or something, but I don't know. Obviously, some new threat will have to happen, or some great obstacle, or rebuilding civilization or something. Obviously they're rebuilding certain things here, but mainly they're trying to find the cure, which they've near enough found now. But yeah, I was really excited for State of Decay 3. I can wait though, obviously. We can all wait until it comes out. I don't want them to rush it. I don't want whoever's bought State of Decay 3, like Undead Labs out, I really hope they give Undead Labs, patience. Then they listen to them. They don't just tell them to, you needed to get this done now. We need more profits coming in. We need a battle pass. We need, we need to bring it out right now. Do an early beta straight away, right now. Bring in people. Make some money now. I really hope they don't do that. I really hope they don't rush it. I really hope they do listen to Undead Labs and bring it out when it's ready. When Undead Labs, is very comfortable with it being not a finished game, obviously, because they're going to keep updating it and keep progressing it like they did with State of Decay 2, but ready to release, polished enough to release. That's, I don't want problems. I mean, with State of Decay 2, there was some bugs and there was some things that weren't meant to be happening, and they've polished over a lot of them, but there was always some things. So with State of Decay 3, I think they're really trying to get make it so it's nice and polished before it comes out, because in those kind of games where it's permadeath and those characters, it sounds like with State of Decay 3 they really have gone more into like community and the like they're doing. I think they've got like actual relationships in some ways in the game, like certain partnerships and friendships, and that actually it seems like they are building like actual people in a way. I mean, State of Decay 2, they've got some personality and whatnot, but it's it does feel quite bland when it comes to the AI of the characters and what they say. It's a lot of repeated dialogue, a lot of lines that are just repeated, and a lot of things that don't make them unique. They don't feel like real people. When you play a game that's a story game and it's envelops you in the game, you like, I really like this character. I really hope that they don't die in the game. You really are, you're sucked into the game and you can relate to these characters, and you feel like your character's bonding with these characters and whatnot, and like it's actually they feel alive in some way, But with State of Decay 2, unfortunately, none of the people really they don't feel alive. They don't jump out and grab you and be like, I'm a living thing. Obviously they're not, but there are games that make you feel that way. And State of Decay 2, State of Decay franchise, they want that. They want you to feel that. But I think with State of Decay 3 that they're really pushing to try and make you feel that way. I really hope so anyway, from what I've heard, but anyway. Let's do this again, because I got into that. Any stories? Forming the colony. Well, after a few years of fighting each other for scraps in the dead zone, I was spent. It made no sense. We were reducing our numbers. We were mostly immune as far as we could tell. And we were too busy fighting to rebuild the population. So I made some deals with some of the other alliance leaders. I put together a pact. There was a lot of alliances in the dead zone. The Union Island Treaty, named after where we gathered to sign. Neutral ground. I wonder if they did a big thing with the game closing down, like they did a video to kind of be like, this is the end of the dead zone, bring about peace and whatnot. I really hope they did do a video of, of some sort. Anyway, they could have done like the top alliances come together to decide that. Anyway, we brought the groups together and gave everyone the title and rights that come with being a citizen. Formed the colony code, and we had order again. The council is a pact of leaders from the old groups. Looking for something? Talk. It's over. Well, I mean, we've got it under control. Volunteers? We've still got a lot. The wave of infection hit pretty hard. So we'll take advantage of it while we can. More serum, less infected. It's good for everyone. That's just something else. The infected. We're looking at ways to weaponize the serum. If we can get these devices working again, there's a good chance we can use them to clear out at least the dead zone. We need a lot of antibodies, though, to do that. It's a huge task. The serum. It's effectively stabilizing those infected in the way the AV does. Army and the other doctors have done an amazing job. Really pulled this shit together. So I'll be able to... Oh, wait, what? Alright, let's go back. The serum. So I'll be able to come back. I'm sorry. It's still a hard no. From what we've seen, there's still a chance that you'll turn. If we let any infection back in here, it's a problem. Makes a point. Maybe these people that are infected and... Oh, maybe we're about to see in the next game, this is how freaks were made. Like State Decay, you know, they got freaks in that game where, you know, certain characteristics of the human what once was, you know, turned them into a certain feral or just normal zombie because of it. Maybe it might be the same kind of thing, and this serum is playing with their genetic code like a kitten with a ball of yarn, you know? I think they even said something along the lines of that, the doctor did, before he was killed. Or I killed him or whatever. Okay. Talk. Nothing else. Pardon me. Oh, hello. Talk. I think it's time I'd take a bit of a rest. No more to be done. There's always knowledge to be gained. If there's volunteers willing to gather it, I guess there's more to do. It will be what helps us rebuild. Education is everything. Let me ask you something else. I think it's... what will you do? Nothing, hopefully. Talking with Jack, I got a place back in the colony. So I'll head back there at some point, I guess. I'd like to come back and forth if I can. Max level. Okay. Another day, another volunteer. Is there a problem? Nope, no problem here. Let's be moving on, volunteer. What the hell? Yeah, I'm a volunteer. Look, I don't know where y'all keep coming from. How many of you can get infected and still be around? It's like there's an endless supply. What do you do here again? Oh, real funny. Retrieval of your dumbass. Well, the shit you find anyway. Good luck today. At least it said good luck. We did it. We found some sort of normal. I'm happy for you. Happy for me. You'll be able to live out your days, provided you get some of the serum. You still won't be able to return, though. The Council has been adamant about that. What now? We'll keep sending volunteers as long as we can. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of you. We still need supply too, so the cycle continues. The serum? The adjustments we made got us here. Yeah, sadly it cost lives, but they weren't lost in vain. You'll be able to live out your time in exile, still. If you make it to the lab, take the serum and continue on. You get to live. I should be clear. The serum is showing that it's stabilizing patients. Your infection and any mutations you experienced would remain unchanged. Cool. So in the next game, there's going to be people with mutations. So as a result, you'd still be in exile. Cool, 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 cool. That's cool. Yeah. Alright, what you got? Battle axe drops. Fuck yeah. There's like fuck all available. What are you looking for? Talk. Oh, last person. Work to be done still, hey? That's why I'm here. Never ending, man. It's just when you think it's over, shit keeps going. Well, keep at it. Work to be done still, hey? I guess so. Never ending, man. Just when you think it's over, shit keeps going. Yep. Alrighty then. That's a lot of stuff. I'll have one of you, one of you, one of you. And one of you. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here then. Melee bots. Improved suppressor. Improvised suppressor, I mean. War pick. Okay. Alright. M4A1. Attachment suppressor. Okay. Stun grenade. Bottle. Cam light. Dope. Alright, I guess we got everything here. I'm gonna jump in here. Let's pick our M82A1 drop. T5. Infected claws. Deal 20% more damage. Infection spreads 20% quicker. 50% quicker. 20% quicker. 10%. Let's do. $25% less fuel. Okay then. Complete the lab with 150 threat in order to unlock tier 6. Each threat tier will increase your reward multiplier. New items to spend reputation on. Begin run. It's gonna be a hard run. It's gonna be a hard one. Okay, gonna end this episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back shortly with the next one. See you guys next time.